Welcome to the launch of the Shire's COVID recovery plan. Our first priority was always going to be the health of our community, our staff, and naturally the health of our business and industry in the Shire. It is important that all three of those elements of our community survive in an extremely positive way. At a special meeting of Council on Tuesday night, our elected members acknowledged the economic and social impact the COVID pandemic is having on our local community. They approved the COVID recovery plan, which includes several immediate relief and recovery initiatives that will help ease the financial burden on both individuals and businesses within the Shire. Today I want to share with you the key features of this plan. Firstly, the Shire of Donnybrook Balingup 2020-21 budget will include a 0% rate increase. It is very generous in terms of the fact that we're going to forego something in the vicinity of $150,000 to $200,000 worth of income by virtue of the decision made by Council this week. Over the coming months, the Shire will implement the following: fees and charges relief, local business promotions that include free advertising opportunities, waiving facility lease fees for community groups and sporting groups in the Shire facilities, particularly in this case to the football club and to the country club. Both these organisations are crucial to community life in this Shire. We're going to work with local accommodation providers to assist backpackers and travellers who may be displaced. The backpacker population is extremely important to our economy, given that they are a vital part of our horticultural industry. Expediting planning, building and other approvals. What that means is that we will do everything possible within the Shire's work team to make sure that your needs in terms of development and building approvals will actually be fast-tracked, if possible, in terms of the regulations that we still have to work in as far as the state government is concerned. Deferring payments of self-supporting loans to community groups. Yes, once again, they are two very important parts of the funding of some of our community groups, so that they will be a real asset in terms of taking some of the pressure off those groups in terms of their immediate and long-term survival. A review of commercial leases will also take place on a case-by-case basis. And I've got to also suggest or advise you that the Community Grants Program will in fact be strengthened, and not only will community groups be able to put forward propositions in this space, is that local businesses, where they can demonstrate a return to the community, their propositions will also be considered. In the second half of the year, the Shire will then focus on the Shire's capital spend. This is, of course, to achieve more, as we try and bring forward several capital projects which have been funded by the state and federal government. Is, of course, we can't do that without investing in those resources, but it is our ambition to bring forward as many capital projects as we can to stimulate the local economy, and we would also hope to be able to give more preference to local tradespeople and businesses that might be able to contribute to that process at the same time. We want to support our bushfire brigades and seek further cooperation with Department of Fire and Emergency Services to see if we can get some increased funding in that space. And additional support to the tourist sector. And we're going to further support local community groups, as I say before, by our community program. The complete plan can be viewed on our Shire website and will be updated as any changes are made. We've had some major impacts to deal with, such as the closing down of the Apple Fun Park, the cancellation of the Balingup Field Day, and also the fact that our major event at Easter, the Apple Festival, was cancelled. COVID-19 disease, and while we shouldn't crow from the heights, we are also pleased that Donnybrook has not been actually identified as a place with one positive diagnostic test at this stage. That doesn't mean to say we can relax our guard in this respect, as we need to continue to suggest or continue to believe that there are people in the community who may be carrying the COVID virus, which we don't know about. But so we hope that you all can deal with the pressures on your own lives. Already there are indications that some people are finding it difficult under the circumstances to keep themselves occupied. Please help your neighbours within the terms of the social distance criteria that we're using. Keep in touch with people and do everything we can as individuals and collectively to make sure that this town and this shire and please ensure that we come out of this with our community and all that make up being in a good shape, a healthy shape, and also once again continue to add value to this wonderful shire we live in.